We now finish learning workbook page 217 with this exercise. Spotting the difference, type 1 or type 2. Since exponential equations of type 1 are solved differently than exponential equations of type 2, it's important to be able to recognize the difference between type 1 and type 2 when looking at an equation. Let's do that now. Here are 5 equations, and for each one we need to determine, is it type 1 or is it type 2? All right, let's start with our first one. The bases are 6 and 4. If we make a tree for 6, we find that 6 is the same as 2 times 3, and 4 is the same as 2 times 2. So 4 can be written as 2 squared, but 6 has to be written as 2 times 3. Therefore, these numbers cannot be written as a common value raised to a different exponent. And for that reason, this is type 2. All right, our next problem. Our bases are 8 and 64. 8 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2. 64, which is 8 times 8, is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 8 is 2 cubed. 64 is 2 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th power. Notice that these can be written as a common base. 8 is 2 to the 3rd, 64 is 2 to the 6th. And since we can make the bases match, that makes this a type 1 problem. So we will use the type 1 method. All right, next. We have 27 and 81. 27 is 3 times 9. 9 is 3 times 3. There are 3 3s, so 27 is equal to 3 to the 3rd power. 81 is 9 times 9. Each 9 is 3 times 3. There are 4 total 3s, so 81 is equal to 3 to the 4th power. Same base, therefore this is type 1. Okay, next one, E and 6. Well, there's no way to break E down further, and 6 would be a 2 times a 3. So there's definitely no way to write E and 6 to look like what we have above it. This is type 2. All right, and then the final one, we've got a 25 and a 125. Can you guess which type this is? All right, if you guessed, let's see if you're right. 25 is 5 times 5, so 25 equals 5 to the power 2. 125 is 5 times 25, and that 25 breaks down further. So 125 is 5 to the power 3. Same base, therefore this is a type 1 problem. Okay, type 1 problems are easier than type 2 problems. Those are the ones you cross your fingers and hope for. This concludes our discussion of exponential equations.